I'm storyteller and author Pleasant Despain, and you have a wonderful imagination. Welcome to Pleasant Journeys. Well, here it is, Halloween once again. Oh, that calls for a scary story, and I have one that we get to share. It's called the Whooooo. It's from the American South, and it's found in my Books of Nine Lives series, Volume 5, Tales of Holidays. Well, let's begin. Beware, if you are brave enough to venture forth on Halloween night because of the Whooooo, it could be the end of you. Well, let me back up just a bit so you know why. It was a long time ago in an evil wood that 7 witches were in a tumble-down shack in the middle of those woods, and they were standing around a boiling cauldron, and the things they started to put into the cauldron to make a spell, and you and I know everything for a spell to work has to be done correctly and in the right order. And I wrote the recipe down. Into that vat, they tossed the eye of a bat and the wing of a gnat, even the tail of a rat. And that brew was bubbling now, so they added a pinch of wet mud and a drop of wet blood and a red rosebud. The first witch said, "The night is black." "Ooh," said the second witch, "and it's cold outside." The third witch said, "The night is ripe." "Oh," said the fourth, "This night will be full of fright." "My, oh my," said the sixth witch, and "my, oh my," echoed the seventh, and they were doing their work stirring that pot when all of a sudden, knock, knock, knock. "Who's that at our broken down door?" asked the first witch. "On this special night, who would dare to knock?" "Oh," said the second witch, "it may be the wind. The wind might be lonely tonight." "Go away, wind," said the third witch. "Yes, wind, go away, leave us alone," said the fourth. All of a sudden they heard again, knock, knock, knock. Then a whispery voice came through that door. "Let me in. Let me in. I'm cold and hungry. I'm hungry and cold. Let me in." "Go away," they said. We should put a spell on the door. We have to keep the wind out." And so they chanted together, "Lock, lock, lock the door. Don't let anyone knock the door. Knock, knock, knock. I'm coming in." then said the wind, but first, look under the door. Look under the cabinet. Oh, look under the covers. Oh, look under the table. And they all turned to look. And they looked again. For suddenly there were 7 tins of biscuit dough, 1 for each, a biscuit feast. But the dough began to rise. And it did not stop. It rose from the floor right up to the top of the table. And it kept rising higher and higher. There was more and more dough. It went up to the cabinet top and then on up to the rafters and the loft. And the dough was filling up the cabinet. It was crowding everything. It crowded the furniture. It crowded the witches. They were having trouble breathing. They got scared and said, oh, we have to get out. We have to get out now. And they went to the door, but they couldn't open it. Oh, no. And they said, oh dear, we might die tonight. But ladies, we're supposed to fly tonight. But the spell, it isn't finished. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, they pushed on the door as hard as they could. And finally, with a creak and a crack, that door opened just a slip, just a bit, and the wind rushed in and said, you 7 will fly tonight. And you'll be asking, who, forevermore. And the wind turned them into hoot, hoot, hoot owls, and off they flew. And if you, my friend, are brave enough to venture out into the woods on a night like this, Halloween night, be very careful that you don't run in to one of those hoot owl witches, because she will turn you into a hoot hoot owl too. Ooh. Ooh. And there ends my story. It's fun to tell. I hope you liked it, and please be so kind as to give it a like. My channel, I'm so happy to share with you, is growing. We have over 1,500 subscribers now, and your subscription will help everything grow as these stories continue to flow out into the wide world. And leave a comment. I'm more than happy to respond to your comments. And if you look below, of course, you'll see my website, and my website will show you a list of all of my books with a direct link to Amazon.com. There are so many stories yet to tell. Another story to tell next week.